Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing well. Today I'm going to start the next part of chapter 4, energy chapter. So in this chapter already I have discussed what is work done and which condition we can say work to be done there and which condition we can say that no work over there. And also I have discussed what is energy, what is the mechanical energy. The mechanical energy also two types, kinetic energy, and what is the mathematical expression of the kinetic energy, and that some numerical problems were based on that kinetic energy, and also that some numerical problem already I have discussed which are based on the work done. So those things I have discussed in my previous video. So today I will start what is potential energy. So today I will discuss about the potential energy and different forms of energy and transformation of energy. So let's see. So see here students, so what is potential energy? So my question is that the first of all is what is mechanical energy? So that the energy possessed by a body due to its motion or due to its rest of a or the energy stored in a body or that energy in action. So the mechanical energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its motion or due to its state of motion or due to its state of rest. Okay, means so that is called the mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is two types. One is kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, the energy possessed by a body due to its motion. So that is the kinetic energy. So what about the potential energy? So potential energy refers to the energy stored in a body. So how much energy is stored in a body? So that is object's potential energy. Or you can say it is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or its configuration. So potential energy is also two types. One is the gravitational potential energy and another one is the elastic potential energy. Gravitational potential energy, an object is said to have gravitational potential energy due to its raised position or height. So that gravitational potential energy, when we can say that object have a gravitational potential energy. So if you see that object is placed at a certain height from the ground, so that time we can say, and that object, of course that object is in rest position, because we know what is the definition of potential energy. Potential energy refers to the energy stored in a body and it is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or its configuration. So that's why that object should be rest, but if that object is placed in a certain height. So suppose that if you place the flower pot placed in your balcony, so that we can say that the flower pot placed on a balcony possesses gravitational potential energy because that pot is placed at a certain height from the ground. So in this case actually that this is work has to be done to raise a body to a certain height against the force of gravity. So force of gravity is acting downwards, and that you place that flower pot in a balcony. So actually the work to be done there to raise the body to a certain height against the force of gravity. Thus when a brick is raised to a height, it gains also gravitational potential energy. So these are the examples of a gravitational potential energy. Now is the question is how to express the gravitational potential energy. So the gravitational potential energy of a body is measured using the expression potential energy equals to mgh. So m is the mass of the body, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height at which the body is placed above the reference level. So here I want to say something. The reference level we always consider as ground. So we consider the reference level as ground. We always the height, whatever height we will measure, that we count from the ground. So we consider reference level as a ground. So at ground the height is 0 and afterwards if you put that flower pot or if you raise the brick, suppose that 10 meter 20 meter, what is it? So always we measure the reference that height from the ground, and we consider the reference level as ground. So that now is the question is the elastic potential energy, because I told you the gravitational the potential energy is two types. One is the gravitational potential energy and another one is the elastic potential energy. But before I start to discuss the elastic potential energy, I forgot to discuss one thing, that that potential energy equals to mgh. So g is the acceleration due to gravity. The value is exactly, it is 9.8 meter per second square, or is nearly equal to 10 meter per second square. So as per easy calculation, we take the value of g is 10 meter per second square. So I want to say something, student. If suppose whenever you do the numerical problem, suppose that value of g is given, and that is given the value of g is 10 meter per second square, so that time you please take 10 meter per second square. But suppose in question is not mentioned the value of g, so in that case I want, it is my suggestion, you please take the value of g is 9.8 meter per second square. So now is the thing that potential energy is depends on these three factors. One is the mass of the body, and the SI unit is in kg, the mass SI unit is kg, and the another factor is acceleration due to gravity, because that is also change place to place, and the h, the height at which the body is placed above the reference level. So the three factors, the potential energy depends on them. So it is important to choose a reference level for any situation where the potential energy of an object can be taken as 0. So that's why I am taking the reference level as ground, because in ground actually the potential energy will be 0. The expression potential energy mgh refers to the potential energy of the object at height h with respect to its potential energy at the reference level. So now this is our main things is to solve the all numerical problem which are based on that potential energy. Now is that things is that what is the another types of potential energy, but you see that in definition of the potential energy, the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position. So you see that is actually the gravitational potential energy. So this energy actually that object stored due to its rest position. So these things already I have discussed. So now is that things is the of its configuration. Okay, so what is this? So elastic potential energy, the elastic potential energy is the energy that gets stored in a body when the body is stretched, compressed or bent. For example, when the elastic band of a catapult is stretched, what is done over there? Because you see one thing, you take a elastic band, simply I think rubber band at your home have. So whenever you apply a force, you see that shape of the rubber band is deformed. Okay, so we are applying a force and that object shape and size, because we know that the effect of force, we learn that how that effect of force is change many things. Like that is change the speed of the object, is change the direction of the object, is change the position, means that the state of position is changing by applying a force, and also it's change the shape and size of an object. So in this case, whenever you are applying a force, the shape is changed. Whenever you try to stretch the rubber band, you see this by applying a force, the shape of the rubber band is changed. So that means the work is done over there, because there is force you are applying, and displacement also, because initial shape of the rubber band, and then after applying a force of the rubber band, the shape is changing, so means displacement is there. So we can say this work done would be there. So the elastic potential energy, and if the work done is there, so some energy is also be there, because when you do some work, we need some energy to do work, because energy is the ability or capability of to do work. So elastic potential energy gets stored in the band, and when and when the band is released, it can make a stone move with great speed. So means the work done would be there. The kinetic energy of the moving stone is obtained from the elastic potential energy stored in the band. So see this here, the picture is also given. So this is, I think these things, all of you are familiar with these things and know what purpose we can use. Otherwise just simply you take a rubber band and you take a small piece of paper and fold it, and how you just by same things whenever you do that, you see that is that paper would cover some distance by applying a force. Okay, so in that case also the same things like this. Here we are using stone, but if you want you can use the stone also in a rubber band also. So now this is that main parts of the what is potential energy, what is the types of potential energy, what is gravitational potential energy, what is the elastic potential energy, and what is the expression, mathematical expression of gravitational potential energy. So those things I discuss now. So what now is that in this chapter is the main important things is that how to solve the numerical problems which are based on the potential energy. So previous video I have discussed about how to solve the numerical problem which are based on the kinetic energy or work done. So now today I'm going to discuss that how to solve the numerical problem which are based on the potential energy. So in our first question you see that calculate the potential energy in the following cases. A stone weighing 2 kg placed at a height of 8 meters above the ground. So you see here the height is given and you see the above the ground. So means we see this here we are considering the reference as a ground. And the height is given, that is 8 meter, and the weighing means the weight is mentioned here weight, but you see the unit is 2 kg. So it is not actually the weight, it is actually a mass. So mass is also given. So how can you find out the potential energy? So in this case you see that take G equals to 10 meter per second square. So in this case we can take only the value of G is 10 meter per second square. We cannot take the G value is 9.8 meter per second square, because that value whatever is given in your question, that value only you have to take. So as I told you that whenever you solve this numerical problem, its best part is that you just at first whatever information is given in your question, at first you write down in your copy. It's better is that will be easy for you to solve the problem. So example number 6. Okay, so the given information is the given. The first of all things, the mass is given, it is 2 kg, and the height is also given, it is 8 meter. And the value of G is equal to given, it is 10 meter per second square. Okay, so as we know, so question is asking about that calculate the potential energy. So potential energy, so we can in short form we can write down P dot E dot. So we have the potential energy have to be calculated. So as we know, potential energy equals to mGA. So instead of m you write down 2 kg. Instead of G you write down 10 meter per second square, and instead of G you write down 8 meter. So after calculation you will get 160 joule. This is the first part of the question. Now you see the second part. In second part the mass is given, so you write down the mass equals to 5 kg. H equals to 10 meter, G is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now potential energy equals to mgh. So instead of m you write down 5 kg, instead of G you write down 10 meter per second square, instead of h you write down 10 meter. So after calculation you will get 500 joule. So like this way you have to solve this problem. Let's see the second example, question number 2, example number 7. A water pump can lift 60 kg of water per unit to a tank if the potential energy of the water stored is 21.6 kilojoule. 21.6 kilojoule. Compute the height of the water tank take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. So in this case the potential energy is given. So at first you write down the given information. Given potential energy equals to 21.6 kilojoule, and the mass is also given, that is 60 kg, and that h you have to find out. So and value of g is also given 10 meter per second square. So in this question h have to be calculated. So as we know, potential energy equals to mgh. So instead of potential energy you write down 21.6 kilojoule, and instead of mass you write down 60 kg into h you have to find out, and the value of g is 10. So here I want to say something, student. This is in kilojoule. So at first you have to convert this kilojoule to joule. So 1 kilojoule equals to 1000 joule. Okay. So now you just write down 21.6 into 1000. So that is converted in joule is equal to 60 kg into h into 10 meter per second square. So after calculation 21.6 and 0 by 60 into 10 meter. So after calculation you will get it is 36 meter. So this is the answer. So like this way you have to solve this type of problem. Okay, so let's see, check your progress. Question number A, write true or false, correct the false statement. Mechanical energy is of two types, potential energy and kinetic energy. So this statement is true, because potential energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest or state of motion. So that's why the mechanical energy is two types, one is potential energy and another one is the kinetic energy. Question number 2, kinetic energy of an object is the energy stored in it. Kinetic energy of an object, actually it is not in the energy stored in it, it is a energy possessed by due to its motion. So it is not a stored energy, it is energy in action. So this is actually the wrong statement. This is potential. Kinetic energy is this is a form of energy in action. So that's why it is a wrong statement. And the correct statement is that instead of kinetic energy we write down the potential energy of an object is the energy stored in it. Now question number 3, kinetic energy of an object depends on its mass and velocity. Yes, because the kinetic energy expression is half of mv square, so it is depends on mass and as well as the velocity of an object. So number 3, that statement is true. Number 4, the energy stored in an object due to its rest position is known as elastic potential energy. No, this is not correct one. So that energy stored in an object due to its rest position is known as, actually it is a gravitational potential energy, not elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy, the elastic potential energy of a body is the energy that gets stored in it when the body is stretched, compressed or bent. So it is not a elastic potential energy. So this statement is wrong. So it is actually the gravitational potential energy. So correct statement is that the energy stored in an object due to its rest position is known as gravitational potential energy. Number 5, a ball thrown from a balcony possesses kinetic energy. Yes, a ball thrown from a balcony possesses kinetic energy. So this statement is true. But if in this question is given, so a ball is placed in a balcony possesses which type of energy? So that time it would be potential energy. Okay. So now you see the question number B. Solve the following numericals. A ball of mass 400 gram is thrown at the speed of 2 meter per second. Determine its kinetic energy. So you see the mass is given, speed is given, but you see one thing, the mass is given in gram. It means CGS system of unit. So you have to convert it in SI system of unit, and speed is also given in SI system. So then you can use the formula half of mv square, and then you find out the kinetic energy. Number 2, a motorbike moving at a speed of 12 meter per second has a kinetic energy of 3600 joule. Determine its mass. So kinetic energy is given, speed is given. How can you find out the mass? So half of mv square equals to this. Then you can find out what is the mass. Now question number 3, a child lifts a book of mass 1 kg from the table to a cupboard at a height of 2 meter. So from the floor. So from the floor means it's the ground. So we can consider as a reference level as floor. So height is given, mass is given. So what is the potential energy of the book with respect to the floor? So potential energy equals to mgh. So instead of mass you write down 1 kg, instead of height you write down 2 meter. And here actually, as I told you, that value of g is not given, so you please take 9.8. Then after multiplication, whatever result you will get, so that will be the answer of the potential energy. Now see the question number 4. What is the speed of a runner of mass 50 kg whose kinetic energy while running is 2500 joule? So in this case, mass is given and that kinetic energy is given. So only that unknown quantity is the velocity. That velocity or speed is you have to find out. So that half of mv square equals to 2500 joule. Then you put the mass in that formula and find out the speed. A child climbs a wall of height 4 meters. So height is 4 meter. So he now possesses a potential energy of 1600 joule. What is the mass of the child? So mass, potential energy is given, height is given. So now you have to find out the mass. mg is equal to this value. Then you put the value in that formula and find out the mass. Now you see that transformation of energy. So as I told you as before, that potential the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It only transformed from one form to another form. So in our nature we can find out the energy in different forms. Like some energy we found in chemical energy. As a chemical energy, some energy we find magnetic energy, nuclear energy, light energy, heat energy, sound energy and electrical energy. But all those forms of energy can either be classified as stored energy. So if you take those forms of energy, we can classify those as a stored energy means the potential energy, and energy in action means the kinetic energy. So if you classify those forms of energy in two forms, one is the potential energy and another one is the kinetic energy, then we can see that chemical energy, that is a forms of stored energy. That chemical energy is the energy stored in the bonds of atoms or molecules or in matter. Magnetic energy, that energy stored in magnet. And nuclear energy is energy stored in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so these are the forms of energy which will come in the forms of stored energy, or means it is a potential energy. And some energy are there, that is a forms of energy in action, means the kinetic energy. The first of all is the light energy, motion of photons, heat energy, vibration of atoms or molecules within the matter, and sound energy is produced by vibrating bodies, and electrical energy is movement of electrical charges. So these are the forms of energy will come in under the class in under the forms of energy in action, or means kinetic energy. So one thing you see, this all those forms of energy can be converted from one form to another form, but energy cannot be created nor be destroyed. So this is the law of conservation of energy. According to this law, so that the statement of this law of conservation of energy is that the sum total of energies of all kinds in an isolated system is always remains constant. So isolated system means actually that is a closed system. Means that they are actually whenever you see that is actually it is actually just like a closed room or closed system. Okay, so the sum total of energies of all kinds in an isolated system is always remains constant. So here you see that energy conservation for a simple pendulum. So in this case you can see this how that energy is conserved here. So and some more examples also in there, how that when the water is stored in a dam and how that potential gravitational potential is converted to kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is converted to electrical energy, how is it will go. So those things I will discuss in my next video. So next video only I will made on the transformation of energy. So now up to this I have discussed what is the forms of energy and what is types of forms of energy. So those things I have discussed in my in this video. Next video separately I will make on this, which is that that how the energy is conserved and how that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It only transform from one form to another form. Okay, so those things I will discuss in my next video. So hope students you understood, and please you read properly, and all numericals problem you please solve in your classwork copy, and whatever study material and worksheet and the response sheet I am providing you, you please do in your copy. Okay, so thank you students, thank you, bye, take care, have a good day.